Tonight, a new deadline is set for Brexit. The EU tells the UK to decide what it's doing by Halloween. But Theresa May says it isn't a horror story and a deal will be done. Are Scotland's farmers paying the price for climate change as extreme weather takes its toll on the industry? And in sport, what next for Don skipper Graham Shinney as he holds pre-contract talks at Derby County? Good evening, I'm Ben Phillip and this is the STV News at 6, live from Aberdeen. Well, long before his US presidency, Donald Trump was no stranger to controversy here in the Northeast, whether it was the building of his golf course or his protracted legal battle against a wind farm which was recently erected off the Aberdeenshire coast. But what remains to be apparent is that he continues to be a divisive figure here in this part of the world. Frantic rescue attempts were hampered by rising water levels, leading to an international rescue effort. 11 British divers were sent to assist. Prince Charles coming to open the fish market in Peterhead today is a huge boost to a town which relies so heavily on the fishing industry. Today is a celebration of that rich fishing heritage and links to the sea. Well, as part of the new driving test changes, candidates will be expected to drive independently for 20 minutes directed by a sat-nav, perform one of 3 possible reversing manoeuvres and answer a safety question whilst driving. While here at the Sir Alex Ferguson Lounge at Pittodrie, it really isn't difficult to see the lasting impact and legacy this man has had on Aberdeen Football Club. It was here in the 1980s that he turned Aberdeen into a force to be reckoned with in Scottish football. These solar panels and wind turbines behind me aim to transform the lives of people living here. From the small changes like not having to use one of these after 11:30 at night to the bigger social and economic opportunities that could be created on the back of this pioneering project. Engineers have been trying to re-rail this train which has caused widespread travel disruption across the country. ScotRail say that once the train has been removed, the track will be inspected, but there's no sign that this line will be open anytime soon. Bruce Kopka spoke to the media here in St Andrews this morning and was visibly emotional from the news that his golf ball that hit a spectator at last week's Ryder Cup in Paris had resulted in the woman losing the sight in her right eye. Teams will take on a gruelling 3.5 kilometre race starting behind me up the river at the Bridge of Dee and ending here at the Aberdeen Boathouse. Up for grabs, a silver trophy and a year's worth of bragging rights. Meet Jo Johnston, the man of many shirts. Football shirts, that is. Now finding her feet, Miley is waiting to be signed off by vets before heading off for a new life outside the centre. Ben Phillip, STV News, Aberdeen. Well, after the climactic burning of the galley, it will be onto town halls across the island where people will be singing and dancing into the wee small hours. And I think there'll be a few delicate Viking heads tomorrow morning. And I think it will be a while before these guys or even me see our beds. Ben Phillip, STV News in Lerwick. Hey! Before I go, I've got a quick message from Santa and his little helpers here. A lot of excited children. Back to you, Norman.